Okay, proud of our football team today. I thought they played hard for 4 quarters. We knew we'd be tested better in this game. This team just does a lot of different things and has some nuances on offense that you got to prepare for, and you got to be good at it. And they caught us on our heels a few times in the first half and got some points. Offense was fairly efficient, which was good because we got a lead. Then, of course, in the second half, I think we made adjustments. We came out, we played efficient football. We didn't give up any points on defense. Played much better. Of course, when we're efficient on offense and increasing the lead, it makes them do some things they don't want to do. So all those things tied into it, but I do think we finished the game and played hard and came out with a good victory.
Your running backs had most of the touchdowns today. Given how young they are, how much confidence does kind of give them, especially going into ACC play?
Well, we like our core of running backs, and we have really from day one, and they all have different elements that make them very useful and beneficial to the team. They're great teammates. They support each other. You never know who you're going to need. And, Don got a little bit injured today and came out with a high ankle. The others were able to step in. They've already played. They already have that experience. So it just makes your team better when you can utilize more guys, keep them fresh, not get guys beat up. I think the offensive line has been really, really good to this point as well in the run game and passing game of opening up holes and providing protection.
Jeff, how would you evaluate Tyler kind of staying patient today, working through his progressions, and not really forcing much in this game?
Well, he's done a really good job, and, he got here. He's with us all spring, summer, and fall, and really he's been like this the whole time. So I really can't say we coached him that well. He came in my opinion, pretty daggone good. Now we've got him up to speed on our offense and some things we do and got him used to our personnel and how we call plays, but he's got a good arm. He's a good athlete. He's played a lot of football. He's got experience. He gets it. He's been very accurate in his passes, which is very important. Nothing rattles him. So the composure factor is tremendous. So just proud of his performance, and he hung in there and did a great job for us.
Jeff, you guys struggled defensively in the first half at times, especially in the secondary. Was it more self-inflicted, or was it more of what Jacksonville State was doing?
Well, it was a combination of both. I think we got beat on a little perimeter pump screen where our safeties just got to hang there and not bite the bait. That was unfortunate. They moved the pocket and hit some things up the seam on us where we got out of whack and kind of drifted a little bit too far. And some of those plays were a little unorthodox, but we prepared for them. And then we got caught in a zero blitz where they creased us for a run untouched in the end zone. And, of course, quarterback was able to scramble a lot in the first half up the middle. So whether it's the D-line, whether it's the linebackers kind of hanging in there, whether it's the safeties coming downhill, those things we got better in the second half. But they did crease us for a few the first half. But I like the way we responded and played the second time.
Jeff, you're going into a bye week, and obviously a very early one. Is it beneficial, though, to have this bye week now, and what are you going to use this time to do in terms of preparation and ultimately preparing for ACC play in this gauntlet coming up?
Well, I would prefer 0 bye weeks if you ask me. I like to play and play every week and get in a routine and get in a pattern and get in a flow. But this year is 2 bye weeks for every team. We'll use it the proper way, and I think it's we want to get guys fresh. Even though we just had 2 games, we want everybody to get healthy, get fresh. We've had some guys nicked up and banged up a little bit. This game we had a few come out already that are injured that we got to get them as healthy as we can. We want to get the young guys some work this week as well and get a little head start on Georgia Tech and make sure we're prepared for that. And then, this week will be light for them, and then we'll kind of start back up on Sunday with a bonus practice preparing for Georgia Tech, and then kind of have a normal week next week. But, we'll use it the right way, and we'll get these guys fresh.
Yeah, Jeff, you mentioned Tyler's kind of command, control of the offense, and that he got it pretty quickly when he got here. How important are these first 2 games in terms of having that freedom to check at the line and get comfortable, basically running the offense at the line of scrimmage?
Well, he's intelligent, and even though our terminology is different than what he's used to, some of these plays are kind of the same with a couple little nuances here, and he's just learned it quickly. He understands it. He studies it. He knows that's what he's here to do. He came here with a purpose, which is what we love, and he's a really good player. So we got to use these weapons like we can. We got to try to make him play as great as he possibly can every week. That's our goal, to make him stand out and be efficient and throw for yards and produce points. We think he can do it. And I think if we just continue to block well and run the ball and give him some balance, and our receivers make big plays up the field, then good things will happen. But we'll be tested as we get going, coming up with these next games, and we'll see exactly where we're at. But I do like the start we had. Well, I think in order to be a great football team, you've got to be able to throw and run the ball, and you can't be one-dimensional. And if you are, then you've just got the best players in the world and a great defense. So for us, each element helps the other. The fact that we can run the football will help our passing game. The fact that we can throw the ball vertically will help our running game. And I think you just play both of them off each other. You figure out what the defense is doing and kind of, take what they give you to a certain extent. But if you're good at both, then they have to make a decision on what to do. And that's what we want to do. We want to be efficient at both. We want to know exactly what we want to do in certain situations. But you have to be able to stretch the field and get them off of you to open up things in the running game and to open up, the screen game and some shorter throws as well. So I just think all those things matter. We think we have a pretty good feel of it. As we get playing some really good defenses, you'll just have to find a way to move the points. Move the ball and get points anyway. But I think we have a good plan.
Coach, it seemed like every time you ran the ball, you were getting 4, 5, 6 yards at least before contact. Just kind of talk about the work that the offensive line did today and just how that kind of takes pressure off of the running game.
Well, like I said, I think our offensive line's been really efficient for 2 games. Really proud of them. I think we've had some depth there as well that we've built. But our starters have done a great job, and they understand the package. They don't get a lot of credit. The running backs, quarterbacks, receivers are, which they understand that. But they've opened up holes. And then when we've needed to protect, to throw the ball vertically, they've done a good job of doing that. We gave up 0 sacks today, even though they squeezed in there a few times, but our quarterback did a good job of getting the ball out. But, it's a job that you got to work really hard at, and you got to be physical, and you got to be tough, and you got to know that you're not going to get a whole lot of credit, but you're probably going to get blamed when things don't go well. And these guys have really stepped up to the challenge and done a good job.
Can you realistically keep playing 4 or 5 running backs at a time, or do you think at some point it'll have to get pared down some?
Well, I know when we had our best team here, when I was an assistant under Coach Petrino, we had 5 NFL running backs on the team at one time, and it can help you, and it can keep guys fresh. And when certain guys get injured and other guys have already played, you're going to be better. So the one year we unfortunately lost Michael Bush, we had other guys that could play. And even though that was a devastating injury, and he's a fantastic player, we had other guys that could play. This year, this game, Don went down with a high ankle sprain. We had other guys that have already played. So, sometimes it can be too many, but at the same time, you know what? Running backs, you got to keep them fresh. There's only so many carries you can make. We think we got a decent feel of what these guys are good at, what runs, screen game, perimeter game, all those things. But they've been efficient. They've taken care of the ball. They've blocked fairly well. They've broken tackles. We got two true freshmen that have shown really good signs of speed and burst with a couple of veterans. So I just think it's a good mixture. They all support each other. We got a bunch of tight ends too, and we have some receivers. So I just think that you get them all ready. You never know when you're going to need them, but you'll become a better football team the more you have. Thank you.